Cops, feds, and fascists, out of Kenosha now! Cops, feds, and fascists, out of Kenosha now! Cops, feds, and fascists, out of Kenosha now!
All right! Thank you, Ellie! Up next, we have Janita, who would like to come and speak. Give it up to Janita! despicable. Bernie Sanders is telling people to vote for Biden-Harris. Despicable. Who do we vote for? We already answered that. We defend the basic democratic right of all people to vote. We do. But we're not going to lie to the masses, to the working class, and tell them that if they vote for their oppressor, if they vote for their exploiter, that they will somehow be safe.
Let's go to
We don't lie. Do we lie? We do not lie. So enough with that. Hillary Clinton said at the DNC, vote for law enforcement, purge the racial bias that keeps our streets safe. BS. You guys agree? BS. What we need is workers' action to stop racist, fascist terror and to fight for Black liberation through socialist revolution. So shut it down! This is the hour! Labor, Black, immigrant power!
Shut it down! This is the hour! Labor, Black, immigrant power!
And not to mention, COVID-19 still rages on, which itself has claimed over 160,000 lives, killing Blacks and Latinos twice as much. Okay? This is capitalism continuing to show its inability to meet the needs of the population. Children are scrambling to navigate the upcoming school year online.
I'm saying that I'm sorry to hear that your mom lost her job.
To participate.
Do you know why? Why it happened?
And their parents are scrambling to figure out who can watch over them as
I'm sorry?
they themselves
She
try
protested
to hold on
against
to their
the
jobs.
job that she was working.
Along with racist police murder,
gear,
the
like
type of
masks and
fascistic
gloves,
terror
so
we
when she
see
had
now
COVID,
is
they
just
fired
one of
her.
the many symptoms
And she
of
begged
the
for her job
society
back
that we
after she
live in.
recovered, and they said
This is a
they would give her
system
her
in
job back
crisis.
if she didn't
This is a
sue
system
them,
in decay.
and she did.
But what is
Oh,
that
I
system?
see.
They don't want to hire her back.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Got it.
The ruling class, the people that hold all wealth in this society, and the Democrats and Republicans, or the parties that represent them, so the Democrats and Republicans are the parties who represent the ruling capitalist class, they're desperate to save it at any cost, whether that's through increasing reliance on the cops, National Guard, or outright fascists to suppress unrest, or through the illusion that a vote for Biden in November will somehow make this all go away. So, are we trying to save the system? I'm asking you all here. Are we trying to save the system?
Hell no! Hell no!
No way, okay? We want to smash the system. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, fuck capitalism.
Up next, our next speaker is Lucio from the Trabajadores Internacionales Clasistas. Let's give it up!
Okay, Lucio has asked that he doesn't want to switch off with the microphone. He wants to speak in Spanish and just have me translate directly into the microphone.
Buenas tardes a todos y a todas. Gracias por invitarme.
Good afternoon to everyone. Thank you for inviting me.
Soy Lucio, miembro de Trabajadores Internacionales Clasistas. Soy un inmigrante de México.
My name is Lucio. I'm a member of Trabajadores Internacionales Clasistas, or Class Struggles International Workers. I'm an immigrant from Mexico.
Y quiero empezar con esta frase.
And I want to begin with this phrase.
Todo el que no aprende del pasado está condenado a repetirlo.
Those who do not learn from the past are condemned to repeat it.
Hace unos meses había una protesta de miles y miles de jóvenes por la muerte y el asesinato de un policía racista que mató a George Floyd.
Some months ago, there began huge protests of thousands and thousands of people, largely young people, against the racist police murder of George Floyd.
Otro más ha caído por los asesinos del capitalismo.
Yet another person cut down by capitalism's murderers.
Y les pregunto a ustedes, ¿hasta cuándo vamos a parar esto?
And I ask you, how long are we going to continue to see this occurring?
Y lo más importante, ¿cómo vamos a parar esto?
And the most important question, how are we going to put a stop to it?
He escuchado unos burgueses liberales que dicen que la policía se puede reformar.
And we hear some bourgeois liberals who claim that the police can be reformed.
Eso es muy importante de entender. Es de vida o muerte para nosotros.
And it is very important to understand this question. This is a question of life or death for us.
Estoy viendo unos niños pequeños, latinos y afroamericanos.
I'm seeing some young children, Latino and African American children here today.
Y cuando estudiamos la historia, leemos que los racistas llevaban a nuestros hermanos de clase a una plaza para lincharlos como aquí.
And when we study history, we learn about how racism carried out lynching in plazas in the past.
Debemos estudiar el pasado y entenderlo.
We have to study the past and to understand it.
Debemos de parar los asesinatos de nuestros hermanos de clase, afroamericanos, hombres y mujeres.
We have to put a stop to the racist murders of our African American sisters and brothers.
¿Cuál es la función de la policía en este estado capitalista?
What is the function of the police in this capitalist state?
Voy a dar un ejemplo claro de esto.
I'm going to give a clear example of that.
Hace un momento nuestra compañera inmigrante trabajadora Beatriz dijo que le han robado cerca de $30,000 en salarios.
A few minutes ago, our compañera Beatriz said that the bosses stole about $30,000 in wages from her.
¿Qué pasa si por necesidad a ella se le ocurre tomar una prenda del patrón y llevársela para su casa?
What would happen if she happened to take one of the articles of clothing belonging to the laundry worker, rather to the laundromat owner, and if she were to take that home with her, what would happen?
El patrón va a llamar a la policía y ella va a ser arrestada y probablemente deportada.
What would happen is that the boss would call the police, and the police would take her to jail. She would be put in jail and probably then deported. That's what would happen.
¿Y qué pasa si ella llama a la policía para denunciar a su patrón por robarle $30,000?
But what happened? What would happen if she were to call the police and tell the police to come help her because the boss had stolen $30,000 from her?
Esos asesinos le van a decir que no van a hacer nada y que vaya al departamento de trabajo.
Those murderous professors would say that they're not going to do anything. They might say she should go to the Department of Labor and talk to them.
¿Eso qué significa?
What does that mean?
Que la policía, las cortes, el ejército son el instrumento armado del capitalismo, el sistema que nos oprime.
That means that the police, the armed forces, the courts are instruments of the capitalist system, which is the system that oppresses us.
En estos momentos, un hermano nuestro de clase, Jamal, está en la cárcel durante 35 años en el corredor de la muerte.
At this time, our brother, Abu Jamal, is in prison. He has been in prison for over 35 years and he was on the death row in Pennsylvania.
Y muchos están diciendo o creyendo en el Partido Demócrata que es la solución de todo esto.
And many people still believe that the Democratic Party would be the solution to these types of questions.
Los inmigrantes aprendimos del pasado.
Immigrants learn from the past.
¿Cuál es el enemigo más peligroso? Les pregunto a ustedes.
What is the most dangerous enemy, I ask?
El que nos dice y nos declara la guerra de frente para ponernos en guardia.
those who stand in front of us and declare war on us right in front of us, putting us on guard against them.
Ese es Donald Trump que nos ha declarado la guerra.
That's Donald Trump who's declared war on us.
Pero el estratégicamente más peligroso es el que nos pone la mano en la espalda y nos acuchilla por la espalda.
But the one who is strategically most dangerous is the one who stands behind us in order to plunge a dagger into our back.
Eso nos dijo Barack Obama durante 4 periodos que estuvo en la presidencia.
That's the sort of thing that Barack Obama did when he was in the presidency twice.
Y deportó a cerca de 5 millones de inmigrantes.
He deported about 5 million immigrants.
Bajo el Partido Demócrata está la policía, son sus trabajadores para defender el Estado capitalista. Con esto quiero terminar.
I'm sorry, we got a little
What
bit
did he say?
tangled up.
I wasn't listening.
Oh, so I just don't speak Spanish.
Argument over the translation, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Con esto quiero terminar.
So I would like to end with the following.
Hacia el norte, black and
I should stop. Oh, I see.
Hacia el norte, black and white.
Workers of the world unite! Asian, black and white! Workers of the world unite!
Para la revolución socialista, luchar, obreros al poder, luchar, vencer,
Obreros al poder!
Luchar, vencer, obreros al poder! Luchar,
What does it mean?
It means fight, win, workers to power.
I'm sorry?
Luchar is fight,
Oh.
vencer is win,
Oh.
workers to power.
Oh, I see. I got it.
Based off of what
So is this like a socialist revolution thing?
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
that the courts and jails, the cops, the mayors, they're all part of the capitalist system and they don't work to service us or
Oh, it's
our
a Cuban
interests.
I think.
Oh,
So
okay.
mayors, cops, courts and jails, racist
So-
system, go to
So this
hell.
group is not for Democrats, Republicans. It's basically for socialism. If I understand correctly, socialism.
Union power.
Oh, okay, got it. So you wanna get rid of capitalism, right?
Courts and jails,
Okay.
You might
I'm sorry?
be thinking
Yes.
right now,
Okay.
oh my God, I've never heard any of these things
Right.
before. I've never heard speeches like this before, and I've been to a number of Black Lives Matter protests this summer. Let me answer the reason why. It's because we're actual reds. We're socialists. That's why. You're at a socialist protest. And we're not going to feed lies about the Democratic Party. All right?
I'm sorry?
So purchase
I'm gonna
our
sit down my
newspaper,
knee.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Purchase our youth newspaper, Revolution, to read what real